Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about the whole, as in wholeness, as in unity, as in harmony, as in doing that which benefits the whole. Individual actions aimed at benefiting the whole. Individual actions aimed at benefiting those above and beyond ourselves. Individual actions aimed at the community. So thanks for joining us here. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. A rapper once said before he broke it down. Right, I'm not going to freestyle right now on the show, but we are talking about wholeness today, and so thanks for joining us. You can learn more about me and us and the business, Productive Through Joy, by going to productivethroughjoy.com. Again, we speak to groups, schools, and organizations about really enhancing one's level of productivity by exploring the idea, the possibility, which is a possibility to undergird, to enhance one's level of joyfulness, and with the joy comes a concomitant energy that can be used to propel one to a higher level of productivity. But all that's there. Reach out, we'll holla back. Also, if you're enjoying the show, please subscribe and hit that like button. Hit it, pop. All right, guys, let's dive in. I should say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, author of the Pulitzer Prize nominated Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literatures. I'm the board president of the World Stage, a great nonprofit here in LA's Crenshaw District. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, master's, UCLA, and PhD in English Lit from the University of California, Riverside, because I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are almost always surprised to hear that fast-talking bio when they hear about my crazy background. I'm the product of a young girl who was violated, assaulted at age 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Difficult times for the young MD, as Kool Moe famously said. How you like me now? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I know many people can. So that really inspires the show, because I know it's not where you're from. It's where you're about to go. So thanks for being here with me today, guys. Let's dive in. So we're talking about wholeness. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about recently, the last, I don't know, for a while now, watching people in my circle make decisions that were about them, not about what was best for the whole, for the team. And I just see the incredible catastrophe that caused, partly in my life and the people who were involved. It was just catastrophic, And it's a reminder that we want to, which is point one, we want to think about and take stock in our actions, especially as they relate to other people, because we don't live on an island. We know when we make decisions, we make them based upon, of course, our own needs. Everyone has needs and wants, which is totally fine, of course. But we don't have to, we encourage you to think about the idea that what you do is going to impact people around you. I've seen a lot of that lately. Wow. And earlier, we all go through it. But for me, I had a series so now it's been years of people close to me making decisions that were really painful for me, but also for other people in the circle. And just selfish, So being reminded of that, and it happened kind of back to back to back. And the impact was really super challenging. And so I was reminded of why in my own life I want to be about the group, about the community, because I was reminded again about the impact of being selfish. I get it. Sometimes it's important to look out for yourself. That's okay. That's part of survival, no doubt. But I think we know what I'm talking about. We know we're being selfish at the expense of other people when we can make a different choice that would benefit you a little bit less maybe, but would benefit the whole and have more harmony. And so I am saying in point one, you want to think about, what you're doing and your actions, examine them, upcoming situations or things you've done in the past. And maybe you may need to go and correct some stuff, which goes into point two. When you are making decisions based upon the whole, although you may not get all of what you want, more people are going to benefit because the whole is benefiting. And then eventually it all comes back to you. Plus, you're just going to be happier. When people do wrong, and many of us know people like this, people who who say one thing but do something else, and they're just being selfish. In my experience, I'm not sure what it is, but I'll just say this. In my experience, folks who've done me wrong when I've really done them right, best I could anyway, loved and supported them, things have not gone well for those people. I'm not sure like what that is exactly, to be honest, but it's been a pretty dramatic, observable situation. So I know, at least from my own personal experience, that it's a karma related thing. It does seem like when you put out a loving, positive communal image and effort in work in a genuine, authentic way, and people violate that, the universe doesn't appreciate that, and it comes back on those people. Now, I don't wish anyone any harm, nor do I want you to wish anyone harm. I am just saying that you may be the person watching who does those types, who engages in activities that are selfish and not about the group, they're about only you and doing what's best for you. What I'm saying to you, if that's you, there may be people who you are harming who've been good to you, and because the universe, I'm not even sure how this even works, how this is even possible, but when you violate people like that, the response, the thing that comes back on you is so severe that you want to stop that behavior, right? And maybe that's not you. Maybe you haven't fortunately been down that path. But if you're thinking about it or you're contemplating watching this show, don't do it, because I've seen stuff that you would think I was exaggerating. So I won't even talk about it because I don't want to get to all that stuff today. But I'm making the larger point that there is a universal series of metaphysical laws. What comes around goes around. That's a pop culture term, but also about 10 songs have that title. But practically, it's a part of the universal law, right? So I am saying, even if you aren't motivated by your best, highest self, be practical. Don't bring drama in your life by doing bad to other people, which goes to point 3. We want to think about the whole, right? About harmony. I know we all know what it's like. Yeah, sometimes you have to look out for yourself. That's totally fine. But when you're looking out for other people, when you're making decisions to benefit the group, when you're operating really out of an authentic love, there's just one energy on this earth. We know that from science, that all that energy is, cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes forms. And so that all that was here in the beginning, that original energy is still here. So we're all related. Even Donald Trump is related to people, believe it or not. And as a note on that, we need to aggressively attack, check, and at times imprison people like Donald Trump, to keep it real. But let's not demonize their humanity, because that person, as the old black people say, he's still a child of God. He's still a part of the one. I just want to say that because I know he's been giving me a lot of the blues and a lot of people the blues. And it's easy to fall into just becoming like the other side, just demonizing people. I don't want to get to that point. Although I understand, but I don't want to get into that spirit at all. But I do want to say we need to aggressively get this fool out of office and prosecute where necessary and his minions, just as a side note. Ultimately, because they are hurting the whole, obviously, right? And they need to be addressed because when they're empowered, as history has shown us, they do more to hurt the whole, hurt the group. So for us, lastly, we want to do what benefits the group because that's the right thing to do. But then also practically, it comes back to benefit you as well. So if you can't completely disabuse yourself of complete selfishness, just know, but by doing good for other people, it eventually comes back good to you. Maybe not as fast. So just slow down. Don't be selfish. Try to share. Use those lessons from kindergarten that actually still work, and be about the group. Boom goes the dynamite. That's all we have for today's show. We'll see you when? This afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces. I'm out.